Hey Libras, welcome to Terra and Heal. Welcome to the place where we Terra and Heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. Welcome to your May reading. All right, for Libra. And let's get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light and divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Libra Collective needs to know from May? I'm going to do the Work Your Light Oracle. How can they work their light? How can they work their light from May? Thank you. Okay. All right. It's definitely a split energy here, all right? So at the bottom of the deck, we have the double mission. I'm also led to the split energy, the dark and light, all right? And then we have the unbound. When I was meditating on that energy, it felt like it's definitely a spiritual power that's rising up within you. But there's a choice to choose whether you want to go down. How do you want to use your power? Okay? Now, these actual cards say rite of passage and age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, okay? So you're going through this spiritual rite of passage, it seems, all right? There might be a test that's coming up or that you've experienced already or that you're experiencing right now where you might have to choose to rise above. In doing so, that's going to help you break the generational curses with the unbound coming out. This is a very deep reading. Yes. All right. That's why I burned that Palo Santo early. Because it got crazy. All right. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. All right. If you come from, let's say, a bloodline that had a certain spiritual practice, you might be led to do something else. Or if they worshipped a certain set of deities, you might decide to not do that. All right. But either way, you're being led to go down because I feel like whatever you're being led to walk away from, it can be generational curses, but it's generational curses. Okay. It's a darker path. All right. And you're being led to choose light. All right. So if you, I feel like it's a test because someone is stepping into their spiritual power. Okay. But they're also heartbroken and they have a choice whether to heal or whether to lean in to their powers to cast the first stone or whatever the case is, however they want to use their power. But it's definitely, somebody's being tested. It's a test. So just be mindful of that. If you're getting triggered to like get back at someone once you recognize your own power, it's a test. So pass. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm not picking those cards. Yeah. We have expressed your joy. All the cards fell and these two stayed out. So here we are. Express your joy, let go, and enjoy. I feel like this is a heavily spiritual reading. Oh my gosh. As I'm picking the cards up, become a clear channel. I feel like Spirit is about to come. Spirit has been coming through with these Libra readings. It's been very intense. It just feels like a spiritual battle for Libras. Whether you're dealing with someone who is like spiritual but shady, or you're dealing with your own, internal battles. But it's definitely happening. And it seems like it's another one. Okay. So choosing a high ground and forgiving. This would be holding yourself responsible, holding yourself accountable for your energy. Because someone hurt you, are you going to retaliate and bring your energy and your frequency down? Or are you going to stay in a high vibration? Whatever you choose to do is your choice, right? If you choose to bring your energy down, you can't blame them for that, right? I used the example before of like if somebody steps on your shoe, you know, there's certain types of people that's like, you stepped on my shoe. Hey, you stepped on my shoe. Fight, fight, fight. You know, or you could say, all right, you stepped on my shoe. All right, whatever, and laugh it off. How are you going to respond? Obviously, this situation is not that simple. It's definitely something that is heartbreaking, okay? And it does require to take the high ground, all right? I don't know if the rest of this reading is going to be about this, but let's see. Just felt like I had to get that one out. Because the energy that it came with, it was like someone was wrong and strong in their position of being wrong. Like, they have this spiritual power and they're like, yeah, and I'm gonna do that because I can do that because I got the power to do that. It's like they're doubling down in that shady plus spiritual witchy energy, and that's just, you know, why play like that? Because you really don't know who you're playing with. Like, don't, but whatever. Anyway, it's a test. I don't think it's like one of those tests where, it's like, okay, hey, thunder in the background. I don't think it's a test where it's like, okay, if you choose taking a darker or lower vibe path, you'll see the immediate results. It'll just be, that's the path you took, and that's going to bring whatever life you create, acting that way, right? It just feels like it's a split moment. It's a defining moment, okay? How are you going to use this power? It feels like, are you choosing? It just feels like a defining moment, whether you're choosing to be good witch or bad witch. So I don't know who this is for. If this is for you, if this is for somebody that you're dealing with, talking to, and this doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. It's just someone who has a power, and they're learning. They have a choice now how to use it. All right, that's where free will comes into play. All right, what's going on, Libra? Justice card. Justice card coming out in reverse. See, somebody feel like they were done wrong. This is a Libra card too, the Justice card, right? This is like, oh, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I got the power to do it. It just has the energy of somebody's like kind of on a war path. And they feel justified. Oh my God, speaking of war path. All right, Spirit is coming through. Knight of Swords. Okay, you see this like impulsive. This person moves fast, they talk fast. Or they talk without thinking, you know, so they might, if this person does something, they get all wound up. They might get angry and, you know, do something, try to practice something. They might regret it afterwards because they didn't really think it through, okay? It's that type of energy with the Knight of Swords. It's very impulsive. And it looks like this person is ready for war, right? Because they were done wrong. It's causing them, see, someone has a spiritual power, but they're cutting off their intuitive guidance to their higher self. Not all intuitive guidance is created equal. This is why in the beginning of my readings, I say divine light, divine love, you know, to make sure that I'm tapping into a specific source of guidance, all right? So it seems like there is a lighter source of guidance that is saying, hey, can you just let it go? Can you not be on your war path? Can you just express your joy? Can you just find yourself on a higher vibration? Can you get into an attitude of gratitude? Can you just try? All right? Someone is so blinded by vengeance and probably a little bit hungry off the power. They're losing. They're not seeing that clearly, all right? So they're probably not hearing the high vibers trying to talk to them, because somebody's kind of seeing red. And the ego of like the power is really pushing that too. So we have the Ten of Wands coming out here. Burdens, dropping a burden. Nine of Cups in reverse, which is wish fulfillment. Let's see why that's coming out in reverse. So someone's like scorned because of a heartbreak, right? With a soulmate, with the King of Wands coming out. Yeah, someone is being, they have a choice whether to just drop it or try to get them back. Someone thought that they were wish fulfillment. So, you know, someone might move like, oh, let me cast a love spell, whatever the case is, some wild shit, but they're not seeing clearly at all. This is not the thing. This is not the hill you want to, you know, I don't like the saying, but this is not that hill that you need to be on right now. This is not what you need to fight for. This is not, it's a waste of your power. It's a waste of your energy. This person is a waste of your energy. It's like that energy is so done. Let it go. And it's like, because someone probably didn't fight back when they should have, now they want to go back and get vengeance. Like, oh, you tried to mess with me back then. How about now, huh? You know, and it's like, let it go. Move on. Learn the lesson. Be the bigger person for you. Because you're not going to feel better after you do that, right? Okay. It's a broken connection with the Two of Cups coming out and the Lovers card coming out, okay? Both coming out in reverse. It was a soulmate, soul tie connection, okay? It probably had a major or probably painful lesson here. It seems as if it might have triggered an ego death of some sort. It might have put someone into a spiritual awakening or pushed someone into this spiritual practice, whatever. It set them on a path of getting close to spirit, which is cool. And then it seems like it can possibly go left. All right. Judgment card in the middle of the deck. See, it's like, that's the energy of like, yo, just let it go. Make the decision. You got to just make a decision on that. Like, all right, that's what happened. This person played me, because with the King of Wands energy, this person wasn't right. Okay. And it was an injustice. It was a soul tie, and this person mishandled the connection. It left someone scorned, burned, and I know it's easier said than done, but it does seem like this was a karmic reason for it, and that reason was to get someone in their power, and put them on their path. Someone had to deal with this type of person. Like, let's say it was a contract that you guys agreed upon. Like, you're gonna do this to me so I can remember who I am and step into my power. Okay, you're gonna do this, and it's gonna hurt so bad that it's gonna wake me up spiritually, right? So somebody wakes up to their power, but now they want to go back to the person who hurt them. On some vengeance is mine shit. All right. So the Judgment card, it's like finally letting that go, finally closing that chapter. Like, look, all right, that's done. I'm over it. I got what I needed out of it. You know, instead of carrying the baggage of it, having a chip on your shoulder. It's not saying like bring them back into your life. Nobody's saying that. It's just like if they were a crappy person, you keep them out, right? But you don't have to invite them. You don't have to create another situation with this person now. Especially if they already left your life. Now, if you go back or you try to do something energetically, you're bringing them back into your life. You're just creating another chapter with this person who needs to be gone, right? And you're blocking your own blessings that's supposed to come out of this spiritual awakening. I say that because you have the Ace of Pentacles coming out in reverse. It's not until you make a judgment call. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's not until you make that judgment call of like, wait, that wasn't it. Okay. It's not until you make this judgment call of how you're going to use this power. See, because if you see these cards are pretty similar, the dark energy here. Like, you have to unbound yourself from what, like, let's say your natural inkling would be. Because it seems like that is like, it's not just you. It's an ancestral. I think we can all agree. Not all ancestors are created equal. Not all of them are great. You know, not all of them are great. Not all of them are good or bad, right? Okay. We could say that some ancestors, you know, probably use things for darker reasons. They probably did some bad things, and there's some ancestors who did some good things, right? We can agree with that because we're all human and everybody chooses their path, right? You're gonna have to choose from like something different. Like where your ancestors got hung up at, you're being led to do something different. Like the baton is being passed on to take the bloodline up a notch. Take the bloodline up by unbounding, that's what breaking generational curses are, okay? Breaking away from the pattern. Soul pattern. It's a soul pattern, okay? Breaking away from that and choosing light. Doing this perpetuates the same cycle that you've been in, that your parents put you through, that their parents put them through, all that, right? This energy is you breaking away from what the usual status quo is and creating a different energy that your bloodline can come through. This keeps happening when, oh, this reminded me of the Gemini reading. I did a Gemini reading on generational curses. I think I was wearing the same thing too. This keeps happening when no one decides to do something different than what the rest of the tribe is doing. Then the cycle continues. That's how generational curses keep getting passed on. Scorned belief systems, whatever. You have to see the error in the ways of what you've been raised in or what your tribe is doing and say, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take myself. You're not taking everybody with you because you're breaking away. So however they move. But for the bloodline coming from you after this decision, they'll be on a different vibration because of you. All right? This is how you break the curse. All right. Now, it does say you've been training for this for lifetimes. As I mentioned, there's ancestors on ancestors on ancestors who got hung up on certain things. You're coming in to actually break the curse, your generational curse. All right. It's like that meme. You're the answer to the ancestors' prayers. You're here to lift the bloodline. So don't fall into this trap and don't fall into this test. Don't fail the test. This is what you're meant to do. You've been training for this. You have been training for this. So do what you're here to do. There we go. You have the Empress and the Sun card. This is what's on the horizon here. All right. Now, like I said, this Judgment card is the decision to either break away from your ancestral, the family patterns, the soul patterns, and say, you know what, I'm going to just rise above and I'm going to let that go. The pain, the trauma, the hurt, whatever, I'm going to let that go for me. Not for these motherfuckers. You feel me? Ace of Pentacles. That's where this is the reward. All right. It does require a leap of faith. Because whatever this injustice is, you wouldn't be wrong to feel justified. So it's just, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to be able to rise above that. All right, the Fool card. Don't feed into the madness. Okay. I feel like this reading is going deeper and deeper and effing deeper, and I just wasn't ready for this. I don't know who this reading is for. Please let me know if this is for you. All right. Now, with this being said, this is clearly a reading about, even though there's like a heartbreak or whatever, and this could be a heartbreak, a romantic heartbreak, or it could be family that broke your heart, disappointed you, but it does seem like it's some karmic lesson that came out of this. It does seem like if this is a romantic situation, then this person was spiritually here to break you out of this, so you can step into the position that you're supposed to step into, that you've been training for lifetimes to be. All right. Whether this is romantic or family or friends, it just feels like a deep connection, okay? That caused a major heartbreak, betrayal, whatever. When you decide to rise above, when you decide to do something different, I do feel like madness would probably occur because of it. Right now, someone's getting hung up on making the judgment call. Right now, it feels like the story is at the point where someone is ready, is on a war path. Now it's going into the story of like, okay, this is what needs to happen. You can just drop this because something's on the horizon where you step into Empress mode, all right? When this person, when whoever this is, if this person makes a judgment call to step into what they're born to be, which is the generational curse breaker, obviously that pull away from tribe, whatever that is going to lead to some conflict, whether this is inner conflict or not. It leads to a tower. It's like a destroy and rebuild energy with the Knight of Pentacles, but it needs to happen. With the Fool card here, this is like stepping out Like taking this leap of faith, like, okay, let me just see. This is like the energy if you decide to separate from your family, for example. That's what happens, right? Who do you think you are? All that, right? All that good stuff. Because you're stepping away from, you're detaching, you're unbounding yourself from what's been going on. It's already been a pattern. So for you to break the pattern and not to fall in line, it leads to conflict. This could be inner conflict. This could be you saying like, oh man, am I right? Am I wrong? Or it could lead to the outside conflict, like, what do you think you're doing? All right. Either way, it needs to happen. It is like it does shake up the dynamic. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you can finally shake things up so you can move forward. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving card. This will be a process, all right? But it does lead to the Four of Wands. It's very solid foundation for yourself. And now you have your own idea of like, you know what, this is how I want to raise my family moving forward, you know, or this is how I want to, this is a spiritual belief I want to practice moving forward. This is my foundation. And it's separate from yours, and that's fine. This is mine, and it feels good. It's my truth. So it leads to the Empress, Sun card, Empress and Sun, beautiful energy. Those cards are pretty much one and the same. The separation is going to cause a little bit of conflict as well, but this leads to someone being stronger in their light as they decide to move away from the shadow path that they were probably raised in. They step into their light and they start basking in their own light, the own light that they're creating for themselves. All right. So you have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. This could be breaking away. This is breaking away from like, this could be a tribe. I mean, there's definitely a group. This could be a group of people or one person, whatever. It's just people who have been in your life for a while. You not feeding into the madness though is what you are being led to do. All right. Let's see what the blockage is. Now it's like forging my own path. Page of Wands, I love that. It's like, all right, y'all have your own, you know, however y'all want to run your household, that's fine. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to just actually build my own house. Okay, and I'm going to start from ground zero over here. I don't want nothing to do with what y'all doing over there. But that's what it is, all right? So really it's starting from the beginning. Being the designated generational curse breaker is not easy, right? It's not an easy path. And it is going to be solo for a little bit with that Empress card and a Sun card coming out, but you learn how to gain your own happiness, fill up your own cup. The Sun card is a very happy card, but it's a solo happiness. You find your own happiness, all right? What's the blockage? Six of Wands here. See, it's that ego coming out. Oh, man, yeah. With the double card coming out. See, this is what I'm saying here. Someone is feeling wrong and strong in their convictions. They feel justified in going down this path as opposed to taking the high ground. Someone feels justified in this, right? Just understand the bigger picture of this is you breaking the generational curse So just be mindful of that, all right? It's not just about you, okay? And your need to get vengeance. I know that's easier said than done. I know. So you have the Six of Wands coming out in reverse along with that Devil card. The Six of Cups is like someone just can't get over it. They're already in their power. See that Queen of Wands, as I mentioned, that Queen of Wands keep coming out. What I like to call a witchy card, in the most loving way. But the Queen of Wands is coming out with all this old ass, stale ass, painful energy, but it's old and stale and done. Okay, it's all coming out in reverse. It's done. This is all done. You're coming out upright. You already have the power. Move forward and use this power to create more, create better, instead of using this power to go back here, because that's what it seems like. Okay, that's the choice. How are you going to use this Queen of Wands energy? Hermit card. Try to think things through a little bit. I don't know if this is for you. Yeah, see? See that split energy with the Two of Swords. You would be doing yourself a disservice, all right? If you hold on to this ego, it'll just take you backwards, all right? Five of Cups. And it's, as I mentioned, you're not gonna feel good about that. It's gonna cause regret. You're not going to feel good about that. If you decide to go back and get vengeance, whatever that is for you. All right. But yeah, with that Wheel of Fortune coming out and this Hermit, Two of Swords, it's like that choice. Choose light or dark, whatever. But it's time for you to go in and really kind of think things through, because your upgrade is actually on the line. Your upgrade with the Ace of Pentacles right after that, okay? Your reward for rising above is on the line, all right? I feel like this is essentially a rite of passage. I definitely went through this. So yeah. The initiation is like, okay, we're going to give you this power. Let's see what you do with it. What you going to do? After you make that choice, you're still going to have your power, right? But it's like, how far would you go with it now? Like, are you going to keep elevating? You know, like that's dependent on what you do in this fork in the road moment. Whether you continue to elevate, whether you continue to grow, whether you continue to expand on your powers, or if you just remain stagnant and in this energy of being stuck in the past. What are they feeling to say? Nine of Swords. It's like the past is haunting someone. It's time to, boom, anarchist. This is what you need to be doing, all right? Forget all that extra shit. Forget all this pain, all that toxicity. Fuck all that, all right? This is what you need to be doing. Taking this Queen of Wands energy and becoming this fire-ass phoenix, okay? Rising from the ashes like a phoenix here, okay? The anarchist card. How bold is that energy? How bold is that illustration? You see that? This is what you need to be using this power to get to. Not using this power on people that ain't worth it. All right? Get here. Now, this came out in reverse because you're too busy overthinking about the past. When it's time to get this money, it's time to get this glory, it's time to step into your power, whoever you're supposed to be. Stop worrying about that. Like, X them out. Whoever you got to get rid of, that's it. It's done. Don't let them ruin your energy. All right, what's your advice? Yeah, there's so many, there's some illusions here. Seven of Cups with the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse. The Seven of Cups upright, Queen of Swords in reverse. This is just the thoughts. You're overthinking. Somebody's overthinking. All right. Your mind is probably going a little haywire. Their thoughts are probably going off the chain a little bit. Driving themselves a little bit nuts. Someone's not thinking clearly. The Four of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles coming out here. In this reading, and I've used this, I said this for another sign, I believe it was Aquarius. This usually means being stubborn. And yeah, somebody is being stubborn, being wrong and strong. But right now how this card is coming through is the reverence of what they found. The reverence of their gift. And using this to flourish with the Nine of Pentacles there. The Nine of Pentacles is an energy of, standing on your own. It can also be the energy of, using your talents and skills to step into luxury. Okay, but it's just whatever. Doing what it is that you need to do for you. Being strong and independent on that. Okay, in the original deck, this Nine of Pentacles is like this woman is in a garden and she has the luxury of time to just play with the birds. And, it's because she built so much for herself. Nine Pentacles, right? It's like you are given this one pentacle. What are you going to do with this? Are you going to turn it into nine? Or are you going to go back and toss this in the person's face because they hurt you? That would be a waste, right? Somebody gives you a valuable golden disc and you can use that to make more. Or you can just toss it at someone and use it as a weapon and not step into your abundance here. There's a parable about that in the Bible, right? Or teach someone how to sow, grow, whatever. Teach someone how to sow seeds, blah, 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 whatever. What are you going to do with a little bit? That's why this is why this is a test. It's like right now you've been given this a little piece of, you've been given like a little glimpse of your spiritual power. You haven't seen all that what you're capable of. You got a little glimpse of it. There's all of this waiting above your head, ready to drop down, but it's only going to drop down if you use this properly. All right. So you're being led to hold this in reverence. Honor that. Honor your gifts. Treat it with respect. Okay. Use it wisely. There's more coming. Or you can push that away by holding on to this for dear life and misusing it. This is the result of using it correctly, though. All right? It's beautiful, flourishing energy, thriving. All right? It's like giving someone money. It's like, all right, I'm not giving you $10 million for your business. I'm going to give you like $500,000. I'm going to see what you do with that. If you know how to flip that, then I'll invest a little bit more. That's what it is. But somebody got a little taste and they're like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, and it's like, that's the tip of the iceberg of your power. You're not going to tap into more. They're not going to give you more if they see what you do with that little bit. All right. All right. Let's see what the animal spirit is. Look at that. Yeah. Paraspirit, watch your words. Yeah, see? If you're casting spells, casting words, whatever the case is, this is a card of manifestation. This is a warning as to how you're using your power, your manifestation power. Watch your words. Wow. Co-create, crow spirit. Co-create with spirit here. Ask them, what do I need to do with this power? How should I move with this power? What am I being led to do? Why have I been given this, you know? The answers are there. You've been trained for this for lifetimes. It's definitely the reason why you're given it is not so you can get back at your ex or, you know, family or whatever. It's not for that. It's so that you can create more. Okay? Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. If you choose light, you'll see what you came out of. You'll see, in hindsight, that was a major split decision. You know, you would see in hindsight how that could have went left and how you weren't thinking clearly. Okay, once you rise above, you'll be able to see how you weren't thinking clearly and how you're about to use your power for. Okay, so I feel like because someone is probably going to be in this mode of seeing red, someone needs to be prepared for that. What would you do in those moments instead of lashing out? Maybe, how do you go into hermit mode and take a breather? How do you check yourself? Check your spirit, okay? Do a vibe check. Snake spirit, time to heal. It's time to heal that painful cycle. It's time to let this person go out of your energy. They don't deserve another thought, okay? They definitely don't deserve you coming, bringing your energy down. Okay, because every time you think about them and you get on their frequency, you wasting your energy on them, like, and they're already out the picture. Don't worry about that. Just heal it. All right. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. This is you needing to take it lighter, using this new power, using this new energy to just express your joy. This new psychic awareness, becoming a clear channel, and enjoying the beauty of that. Okay, enjoying the benefits of that. It's a luxury, okay? Enjoy that part. Don't be wasting your time on these bums. Bums. Y'all know what I mean when I say bums. I mean these bum-ass spirits. All right. These shitty people. Okay, all right, we're done. Oh. I'm sorry, I was led to pull a crystal. I have this ready for you guys. Let me just pull that out really quickly. Because it does seem like you need to pull on tools, you know, when you get tested. All right. Until it becomes second nature to switch gears, all right? And what do we have here? We have Kambaba Jasper, and we have Malachite. Let's see what that's about real quick. This is a long ass reading. I didn't mean for that. We're talking about Malachite. With that green, that heart space. Okay, there we go. Okay, Malachite, the subconscious mind. Malachite brings to light ingrained programming and toxic beliefs. An amulet against pain. This is a powerful stone for emotional transformation. It stimulates the survival instinct. Okay, so this pain that you're feeling, it's time to heal it, right? So you don't go into like, you know, impulsive. Like I said, it feels like it might be a little bit of a reckless mode, like a knee-jerk reaction to go raw, you know, instead of let me go within, let me heal, let me take a breather, and let me not feed into their madness because they ain't worth my time and my energy. I got too much on the line, okay? This is Malachite, all right? Explore your depths. Explore how much patience you have for these types of situations. It'll show your level of inner strength when you can rise above. You'll be happier for it. You'll realize, oh, I am wildly capable of dealing with some bullshit. Danger threatens, not all as it seems. Stand firm in your power. Don't allow people to come and bring you down to their energy. Do not feed into the madness. Have no fear, you survive. Protect yourself against unseen forces or powerful minds that manipulate you. You guys had this before. Learn psychic protection. That's what you need to work on. Use that Queen of Wands energy to learn how to protect your energy so they can't come in. That's about it. Okay, but as far as reaching out, okay, that's unnecessary. Take a course to call up past life skills. Spread your wings. Do not become embroiled with a charismatic man. Okay, cool. Kambamba, Jasper. You want a 7? I definitely suggest getting this Oracle deck, Crystal Oracle deck. It's amazing. Okay, Ancient Echoes. Wow, okay. See? All right, Kambaba Jasper attunes your personal biorhythms to the natural cycles of the planet. This crystal also facilitates deep clearing of your karmic body and ancestral lines. See, we're talking about generational curses here, okay? I'm not making this shit up. It says it right here, all right? Ancestral curses, you're here to clear it. You're here to lift up the line. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than that shitty person you've dealt with in the past, or whoever it was that hurt you. It's bigger than them. They were actually here. They're a piece of the puzzle to help you do this, okay? Okay. Getting in touch with the ancestors and understanding the process of creation helps you to recognize the value of recycling the past to create a more potent future. Knowing what to take from the past, knowing what wisdom to take and what wisdom not to take, okay? Check out what has been passed down the ancestral line and utilize homeopathic healing from miasms, such as tuberculosis. Okay, whatever. But yeah, check out what's been passed down. As I mentioned, like, you're making this choice here. This dark light path, you're making this choice, but it's a bunch of ancestors have went down this path too, and they got hung up here. You're being led to break away, unbound, all right? So if you were to talk to your ancestors or talk to, older relatives, if they're honest or whatever, if they're aware, you might learn a few things about, oh, I'm not the only one who's been through this type of situation, or, if there's whatever. You get what I'm saying, all right? By changing how you view things, you dramatically improve your well-being, okay? It does seem like this is somewhat tied into your physical issues, okay? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Libras. Y'all got this. Go for it. Go get him, Tiger. Grr. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Add me on IG. I'll include the names, okay, in the comments. And yeah, go get it. Choose light. You've been born for this. You've been trained for this. It's not going to break you down. It's not going to break your spirit. This is meant to build you up and show you how strong you are. All right. Thank you. Until we meet again, if you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. Until we meet again, peace.